Alright, hello everybody. Just NLK right now. See if we get anybody else joining. I know it's a bit of a late stream, but... Alright. Can you hear me alright, NLK? I had to do some setting changes. Can you hear me? Perfect. Yeah, there was an OBS update, so I just want to make sure that's working. Alright, for those who don't know, I have a demon list here. Last stream, it was kind of my first stream doing it. I beat Scorigami in the stream creating it. Music's a little quiet. I'll turn it up a little bit. That better? So first stream, I beat this in the prep stream. Then first stream we beat Salad Sandwich, Have a Sins, Synods, Sins, I don't know how to say that. Cosmic Techno 2, Disarray, and Lonely Travel. So my goal now is to beat the rest of the medium demon tiers. That's going to be 7 through 10. And we're starting with Toxic Sewers. Hello, EPMC. Good to see you here. So, if you don't know, this is a 1.9 classic. And since it's toxic, I think we better switch to green. Hey, Sodasicle. Good to see you here. So I have played this in practice mode a lot. So my beginning attempts... Actually, let's take a look at my attempts. Yeah, I've done 280 attempts in practice modes. This level's pretty peak. As you can see, I kind of know the memory. It's one of those that you just learn. Okay, there's a upside down portal in there. Yeah, it's gonna be a weird wave transition. Pretty much every mini portal has an upside down portal in it. Ooh, that... That is an awkward part. Oh, you gotta tap less. It's gotta be like long taps. This is probably going to take me a little bit. The backwards parts are definitely trippy. Just want to see how far we can go right now. Another practice run is definitely going to be soon. Taking evasive action. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. Hey, Deadly Blockman. Good to see you here. System engaged.
Taking evasive action.
Okay. We'll do a couple attempts in normal mode. And I will switch over to practice mode to really learn those backwards sections and that weird UFO part.
System engaged. Taking evasive action. Engaged. Taking evasive action.
Okay.
System
That's not my proudest moment.
System engaged. Taking evasive action. Engaged.
Ugh, kind of need to enter the top of that portal, I think. Yeah. Once again, I'm also still getting used to the computer mode.
System engaged.
Because you gotta keep in mind, I'm a left-handed mobile player. So this is like a huge switch for me overall. And I think this is probably one of our like first genuinely skill-based demons.
Taking evasive action. Taking evasive action.
Okay. You don't hit those very quickly. Got it.
System engaged. Taking
I like the memory down pretty well.
Taking evasive action. System engaged.
Okay. After this, we'll switch back into practice mode. Try to get a lot of these ironed out.
System engaged. Taking evasive action. Engaged. Taking evasive action. System engaged. Taking evasive action.
Yeah, I need to get that UFO ironed out. I'm not entirely sure what to do there. So a lot of the UFO parts, I just don't know the click patterns.
System engaged.
So it's more of learning that
Taking evasive
and getting used to backwards gameplay, which I think this is the first backwards gameplay I've played on computer. It's very different than what I was expecting.
taking evasive action.
Hey, what am I doing there? So yeah, it's a single tap, I just don't know where. Oh, that's absurd. Excuse me? I think you gotta jump into the portal. Maybe. But you can't jump when you hit the... That's such an awkward UFO part.
Taking evasive action.
I'm sorry. That doesn't work. As you hit that saw. What am I supposed to do here? Is it just really, really bad timings? That's what I was supposed to do. Oh, that's horrible. That feels terrible to execute. What? And that weird rocket transition's not gonna be fun. Bop, 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 bop. Yeah, these transitions are horrid. I might have to get into start pauses here. Wow. Maybe I should probably. The thing is, I don't want people like beating my demon ladder before I do. I don't want to get like discouraged, because you know there's gonna be some people on my server that's like, this is easy. Why are you struggling on it? And it's gonna be like. But I should probably post that. Alright, we'll publish this. Now you can look at my demon ladder. I'm not gonna post I'm just gonna post it now so people can like join. If people are interested, they can look at it. I don't mind too much. When I go at my own speed, we're gonna do one more practice run of this. And if it goes terribly, I'm switching into start pauses. It's one of those levels that feels like it's impossible to practice the end because the transitions of the beginning are so bad. Oh, that worked. Okay, never doing that again. Oh, yeah. This upside down is so tricky. I haven't died once in that ship transition. I'm honestly shocked. Okay, I'm getting the idea. I'm definitely getting the idea here. There's just choke points, and once you kind of get those choke points smoothed out, it's not too bad. So we just got to get those choke points done. Hey Alex, Seabirder, hey Maximo Queso, glad to see you in chat. I am looking through Toxic Sewers. This is my next level on my list to beat. I think I've got a lot of it ironed out now. You just gotta know where the bad transitions are and how to get through them, is what I'm saying. And the UFO is definitely a choke point. And I die to it out of practice mode. But hey, we're halfway there. This level feels learny at the same time. It's like not learny. It's a weird level. I guess it's easy to learn a lot of it, and it's just like some choke point stuff in the transitions. I did that again. That's so embarrassing. I will say, they did a very good job making the gameplay feel dangerous, because a lot of it looks like, oh, I can't fit through that gap, when you indeed can. So that's probably going to be helpful for me. This whole level is going to be a very helpful skill boost for me, I think. And like, cause it's got good memory, it's got wonky transitions, it's got some like actual like skill-based UFO and rocket sections.
Action.
Knew it was gonna happen. The window on that is pretty tight.
System engaged. Taking evasive action. Engaged. Taking evasive action. System engaged. Taking evasive action.
Dang! I messed that up again. I gotta be a little bit later on that upside down mini click.
System engaged. Taking evasive.
I'll be happy if we can beat this tonight. Set the bar low.
Taking evasive action. System engaged. Taking evasive action.
I missed the memory. Oh. That's embarrassing. Yeah, it's got all the stuff I need. This is a healthy dose of everything to help me on my journey for Gangnam Style here.
Taking evasive action.
It's like the first, I guess, serious threat. Actually, I won't say that. Ava Sinus had the first serious threat, which was a Swigcopter. Gosh, I hate Swigcopter. Okay, that was too late. I keep thinking that's an orb. So stupid.
System engaged. Taking evasive action. Engaged. Taking evasive action. System engaged. Taking evasive action.
Okay, we survived a little bit, but that is a rough transition.
System engaged. Taking evasive action. Engaged. Taking evasive action. System engaged. Taking evasive action.
Oh, I messed up my click pattern because I was really late into that. Yeah, I got a new best. Gonna keep making progress.
Engaged. Taking evasive.
That's what this is all about. Every attempt to get a little bit better.
Taking evasive action. System engaged. Taking evasive action.
Okay, tapped too early there. I feel like I have to tap early, you know?
Taking
The gameplay's like so precarious. Yeah, well, I hope we're all having a good day. I did some teaching at the high school level today, which went very well. Yeah, I knew that I would die to that transition. That cube transition's another one of the really rough ones.
System engaged.
But yeah, I taught some high school bands today. The other classes were more of monitoring because the teacher had them doing some self-sufficient stuff.
System engaged. Taking evasive action.
Ah, I hit the yellow orb. But that's progress a little farther. I think, honestly, the worst part of being a substitute teacher is sometimes you just get some horribly long plans. And it's like, well, I can't be on my phone because there's, like, students that come in and check on stuff. And it's like, this class, I literally do nothing and except monitor making sure kids aren't moving around and going crazy. It means I have nothing to do, and then I become bored out of my mind. And then you have days where you're doing literally everything possible. Like, you're a full-time teacher and you gotta learn all the rules for the classroom. So it's very polarizing. Today, I nearly fell asleep in the end of Guitar 2 because it was literally just let them practice on their own and lead them on a walk at the middle of the period. So it's like, what am I supposed to do? Ah, dang it.
System engaged. Taking evasive action. System engaged. Taking evasive action. System engaged. Taking evasive action.
Getting really consistent with this. Ah, I forgot how to do the wave clicks. I have a Sudoku book with me. I don't use it very often. Because the thing with books is I get very invested into them, and that means I can't stay attentive around me. That's another problem, is I have to be attentive to the class. So yeah, I could do Sudoku, or I was actually doing a little bit of reading during my planned period. I was reading a book on a very short history of music. When I got that book, I thought I'd like talk a little bit more into depth of like avant-garde stuff. It seems to not mention that very often. So it looks like it's going to be a very informational book, which I do like. But it was a little bit too boring for me today. Oh, I did it. This might be it, folks. We did it! There we go. Toxic Sewers is done. That is probably the biggest skill boost I've had so far. I beat out that guy. Woo! Yeah, actually not too bad. A lot of the transitions are rough, but once you learn them, it gets really consistent, which is really odd to say, but that UFO transition was really hard. But once I got consistent with it, it was a breeze. Okay. 1.0 enjoyers. You're going to love this. It's Meep Adventure. This was an entry to my contest. I think I got 18th overall or something like that, which is really, really good. Anyway, I haven't beaten it yet. So that's why I put it on the list. My goal is to beat Meep Adventure. Next, it says hard demon. It should be a medium demon. It's about mid-medium is what GDDL says it is. So give it a quick practice run. I do have this in 2 runs. When I was making the showcase of it, I got it into 2 runs. I just was unable to get it shorter than that. And I'm going to stick with green because it has an alien theme. So we're going to stay green Scully for a little bit longer. I do know the level decently well. And I forgot what to do here. Ah, there we go. Yeah, and then you gotta choose the right route here, which I'm a little rusty on. And you want to stay low. This part can be deceptively difficult depending on how you hit the orbs. That's a little bit later than what the song sounds like. The sync's a little off there. This part just takes some getting used to.
Okay, that's up move.
That's all auto. This part's really cool. And this is not the end. There's more gameplay afterwards. I can imagine me choking right there on the shift part, so I gotta be careful there. Yeah, this level's pretty peak. It's just a matter of... It's a lot of memory more than anything else, and then gimmick clicks. That's kind of its difficulties, memory and gimmicky clicks. I go below, above, through the middle, through the middle. Oh, I messed it up completely. Okay. Okay. That's about where I died when I did my spliced run, because that click that I just died to is deceptively tight. If you tap it too early, you crash into the ceiling. If you tap it too late, you crash into the spikes below. Alex Birder, that is on my plans. I want to host an Among Us game event, but it's going to have to happen on the weekends. And I'm gonna have to find a time, that actually works for people, because apparently 1 o'clock my time is 4 in the morning for some other people's times. So I need to actually get a poll out relatively soon asking, hey, when would y'all be available to do Among Us game mode? Okay, let's try to get this timing. I think I got it. Okay, this part can be a little bit weird. There, you might have it here. Might have it here. Ooh, don't choke. And there we go. All done. Really frankly honest, I think Toxic Sewers and Meep Adventure should switch, or Meep Adventure be lowered. Because no, that's a little easy for a tier 8 in my opinion. That's a little easy. That took me 235 attempts. Like, oh, I forgot to. Hold on. I need to actually put the 100%. Yeah, it's just a little stressful. It's a little memory based, but that felt a lot easier than. That's 234, right? 235. That felt a lot easier than Toxic Sewers. So yeah, Meep Adventure is done. Let me reload this list. Look at that. All right, so the next level. Now, what I'm aiming for is 500 demons will coincide with Tribal Tribulation, which, if you did not know, is my personal favorite level in the game. Hands down. Tribal Tribulation is my favorite level. I think it is the best designed level this game has ever seen. It was made in Ending 2.0, but it's just so well done. So that's the goal, is to beat 500 demons on Tribal Tribulation. I am currently at 498, so 499 is Project Mandelbrot by Furarim. Now, I'm friends with Furarim. I talk with them in a friend chat server that another person had hosted. And if you don't know anything about Furarim, is that their levels are very impressionist. And I think you'll notice that. This is based off of the Mandelbrot Infinite Fractal series. So we'll be taking a look at that. We're going to see if I can run this at maximum detail. So y'all need to tell me if there's any lag, okay? We're going to try max detail here. This level was absolutely robbed of Epic. This is one of the most visually impressive levels that never got an Epic feature. So far, it's really easy. Okay. Bit of a weird spider part there. Still. Okay, this spider part's very difficult, but this is good. It's difficult to see, which is another thing I was hoping. Oh, and there's our first blue orb in the wave section. A lot of wave gameplay that I imagine we'll see a lot of later. That is good wave gameplay to learn. I'm a little confused with what's going on here. Oh, okay, so they're using the trail. Yeah, look at this level. This is brilliant. Oh, I see. This is a little bit of a maze section. I do not want to hit that one. So just leap above. Ooh. So there is tap indicators, which is very helpful. This is good. This is helpful. It's a very detailed level, and you gotta decipher what's in the gameplay from it, which is a good skill to have. I'm shocked of how overrated 1.0 levels get. Like, Chaikin's level is really not that difficult. As I just proved. And then, like, Aether Construct is severely overrated. In fact, it should be an easy demon because it's like tier 4. I think it's a tier 2, but... It also helps with the length. Which is a skill I'm alright at, I guess, is nerf control. I've beaten Always Forever 5 times. I need to beat it another time. I had to fix a bug. Ooh, oh, what do I do there? Okay. Oh, that was pretty easy, actually. Pretty easy way to end the level. So it's not hard, it's just confusing. Which fractals are also confusing. So, it makes sense. Deadly Blockman, you should play Furorim's other levels. This is classic Furorim style, only it's like polished. Furorim's other levels tend to be a little bit more on the messy side. I think it's really going to come down to learning that wave section. I think that's probably going to be the hardest part of the level. Okay, 19%. You tap that blue orb a lot sooner than I did. But yeah, Furorim's probably one of my favorite creators in the game just because their style is so unique. You really don't see this kind of style regularly. Or this type of theming. Like, you'd be pretty hard pressed to find a level themed off of the Mandelbrot set. Well, that I did that wave section perfectly. Avoid that green orb. Hit that green orb. Avoid that green orb. Follow these indicators. I died in that transition. Okay, I tapped in that transition. That's probably why I died. Well, that's good progress, 68%. I think I can do that as well again. It's not too difficult. Again, I think this level is overrated. Because people just don't... They see all this decoration, they're like, yeah, I'm not learning the level. And then they rate it highly because they took too many attempts in practice mode. This level's pretty easy once you kind of understand what's going on. At least that's what I think so far. I missed the blue orb apparently. Okay. Maybe this level will make me rage later, I don't know. I don't think we've properly seen a rage from me. I think the closest we had was the GD Gen incident when I was trying to verify Always Forever the first time. You know, the time I learned most about fractals was actually my Antarctic geoscience class. Because they were talking about the coastline problem. And how difficult it is to actually measure the size of Antarctica. And the book that I had about for that class, the textbook I had, talked in depth about the fractals and the coastline issue that was first brought up, the British coastline, and how it applies to the Antarctic coastline, as well as the way that Antarctic ice forms and all that. Okay, I did not know that was there. So, like, my knowledge of fractals pretty much extends to Antarctic research, which I do not do as a occupation. I took that class because I needed a science ace, and it sounded cool, and it was very cool. I really appreciate Antarctica as a place, especially from that class. It was awesome. Oh, we're talking about Jonathan GD in chat, I see. All respect to Jonathan with making his levels the way he wants them to. I got a coin from that? What? Sorry. All respect to Jonathan GD of making levels he wants to make, which oftentimes are long levels, but they don't seem like a very respectful person. I have seen them leave some pretty rude comments on some pretty unknown creators or developing creators that, frankly, could have been worded a lot better. I do enjoy some of his travel levels. At the same time, I feel like he overdoes it a little bit. But I am excited to see what his next travel level is. I imagine incorporating the 2.2 features could be cool in a travel level like his. Yeah, it's one of those things where, like, I respect his art. I just don't. I'm not a fan of the artist. I also don't. I'm not a huge fan of making your endings so terrible to play that people genuinely like fear them. I'm of the opinion that the ending should probably be the easiest point of the level. Give that player that like rest they deserve for getting through the rest of it, you know? Yeah, his wave part's actually starting to become a little inconsistent for me. Like, so for something that I was trying to do when I was balancing Always Forever was the ending should be easier than the beginning. So I tried to make sure that the ending stuff was pretty easy once you learned it. Not sure how well I succeeded in that. But a better example would be my other rated demon around the lighthouse. The hardest section is probably around 20%. After that, you kind of got some like speed gameplay where it's just about quick reading, which is also pretty easy to learn. And then like the last wave section, I purposely made easier rather than harder because, frankly, it's the end of the level. I feel like the creator would get a better energy high by, you know, being able to do it without worry. Especially since I was also trying to focus the player's attention to the background of the plane circling the lighthouse before it gets struck by lightning, you know? There was an important story element being told there, and I didn't want the player having to worry about, you know, dying. So I always try to make it an effort to make my endings easy-ish. Like, they still take effort, they're not free, but at the same time, it's more focused on the concluding the story rather than stressing out the player. I guess a different perspective on GD level creation. Need to lock in on the spider part. It's really... There we go. I locked in finally. And it's something you see in a lot of old levels is like the ending is easy because it's kind of like a you did it, GG, you deserve this ending. Like when I just beat Toxic Sewers, the ending was significantly easier than the other sections of the level. Jonathan GD doesn't do that. They make the ending some annoying blind click, which frankly, I think kind of ruins the experience for a lot of people who happen to die in the ending blind click. Oh, this is random. Oh wait, I just realized that. This is a completely different path and I died because of that. It's funny, rage bait. Oh, I totally agree. Like, I'm sure seeing your favorite YouTuber die in the ending after they just experienced hell is hilarious. And getting good reactions out of that. But I think from an artistic perspective, it actually does their levels a disservice, and that's one of the things you have to balance. Jonathan GD's levels can become more memorable because of their endings, but at the cost of, like, a pleasant experience. And I personally think they would have a stronger artistic vision without the ending like that. But That is my own personal takeaway. And at this point, he's kind of just doing it for the bit, which I can respect. Because he did it, and then people found it so funny. So now he just kind of does it in every level. Which, you know, that's fine. Yeah, I hope we don't get that horrible randomization again. I did not like that. But I guess fractals kind of have the infinite ending possibility thing. You know, I completely forgot what happens after everything. I'm just dying in the same spot over and over again. Yeah, we got the original again. Yay, I can do this one. I think. Oh yeah, I died in the UFO transition. Don't do that again. Now, if there's one game that I suck at, it's Robot. I especially Robot where you gotta like jump into something, like what we just saw there. Jumping into that size portal really messed me up distance-wise. In fact, I was playing a recently rated Easy Demon called Machina Deluxe, which some people were saying was 5-star worthy. But like the robot skill you need for that is a little above my pay grade. I did die to like 78% in it or something. Then I realized, oh, I'm saving my 500th demon for Tribal Tribulation. I should probably not beat any demons right now. So I will beat that after Tribal Tribulation gets slain. I think y'all are going to really like Tribal Tribulation. If you are someone who loves themed levels, as well as seeing something to its full artistic intent, you're going to love Tribal Tribulation. It's one of the most underrated bangers in GD history. And probably one of the best examples of perfectly executing artistic intent. As well as probably one of the best Age 2.0 levels. Alright, let's see what the randomization gives us. It's the one we love. I nearly died. That would have been bad. I did die. That is bad. Okay, that's actually a pretty annoying click, but... You know, maybe I should give this another practice run. Although I'm pretty sure after the robot, it's really easy. Right? Or am I tripping? When I get back to the robot part. Hey, Shadowed. Nice to see you here. I forgot how to get that coin. Oh well. I don't think I need coins anymore. That could be wrong. The completionist in me hasn't been as strong after I found out you need to beat 150 lists. Maybe that'll be a good stream. Trying to grind list achievements because they're absurd. I still can't believe I have 2 rated lists in game. Like, that's crazy. It's also crazy that they found the CC important enough to get a rated list too. Now, I am highly doubtful that Purist CC awards will get rated. I guess get featured. It's not a rate, it's a feature. Awarded lists, I'll say that instead. I don't know why I keep going up there. I think that's technically a non-intended route. For those who just joined, I am playing Project Mandelbrot, in case you were wondering. It's a level by Furorim, something like that. It's currently a tier 9 medium demon, although it's rated hard in game. Crap. And it's about the Mandelbrot series, or yeah, I think that's right. Which is fractals. If you want to hear my spiel about how I learned fractals in Antarctic geoscience, you can go a little bit farther back in the video. Something I like about streaming levels is I don't get as frustrated. Like, this is just chill for me. In reality, if I was like playing this on my own, I'd probably get quite mad. Not rage mad. I don't know if I actually rage really anymore. That's something I've kind of cut out of my life. I don't want to have to, like, accidentally lose my temper in front of those I love. So I try to get rid of that aspect. No! Okay, we did the other randomization. Let's go. We did the other random path. That was top 10 scariest moments on stream. Just kidding, but was not expecting that. Alright, so this is probably the hardest part for me. Yeah, that's the reason. I cannot tell distance with the robot. Robot is really difficult for me when we're talking about distance. I'm alright with robot when it comes to height, but distance is where I really struggle with. I always underassume, I think. Yeah, this level's not even that hard. It's just... it's easy to die to small things. I don't think it ruins the experience at all, though. Alright. In all honesty, I could very well see this being an easy demon. I think it's quite overrated. I think it's also just really easy to get unlucky in it too. There's not really a whole lot to learn. Oh, we got the second path again. I think the second path shows you these like dice though, which are really cool. Fun fact, I actually got to see screenshots of this level while it was in the works, because PRM would share it in the friend Discord that I'm involved with. I know a friend who knows PRM, so... And yeah, there was a lot of thought put into all the art here. And fun fact, this art is actually really, like, optimized too. Okay, now there's an example of me failing a robot due to heights. Okay, so I'm just not good at robot to begin with. Maybe I should have put a robot heavy level on here. Though to be fair, Gangnam Style is not going to have the robot section. I'm actually not sure how many more levels actually have a difficult robot. To be fair, I actually have no idea if Kid Smoke has one. And 2005 Land Shark will probably have one, I'm guessing. It's just a matter of getting past that robot part. Like, I don't even want to hop into practice mode because I feel like I could beat it on any one of these attempts. It's just a matter of doing the robot. Are you guys still talking about Jonathan GD? I'm sure you can notice something different every time you play this. Alright, oh random gods, please choose the random that we like. It's taking me a lot longer than I thought it would. And it's because of that stupid robot part. I'm blaming the robot part. Hey, we got the random we like. Oh, it does still have the cool D20 dice. It's actually crazy how little objects they use to make all the fractals. Which is one of the reasons why I think it should have got Epic, because the optimization is insane on this. Oh, I nearly died. I did die. I forgot about this part. You've got to be joking. I should have practiced. Because after that part, it's free. Yo. It is by Furarim, you are correct. You know your Furarim. I believe World Weaving by Furarim is on my favorites list. That level is probably one of the most revolutionary of 2.1. Well, not really revolutionary. It didn't do too much, but unique of 2.1. Like, that was a genuinely unique level when it came out. It's rare when you can say, like, a level is genuinely, like, unique. Oh, I guess I got the coin. Maybe this is the run, y'all. I got that legendary coin. This could be it. I got that coin. Look at chat here. Alright, see you, Daily Blockman. Have fun on GD. Yeah, I agree, Shaken. It's unforgettable. Not necessarily revolutionary. An unforgettable level. It truly stuck out for its time. It's rare when you can say that about a level. Sometimes levels just have similar aspects to other ones. I think that's why Polar Plunge got so much traction on its release day. I hate that second random choice. Because, like, Polar Plunge, for instance, was like a level that you never saw before. Unless you played my other GJJ series, but... Like, Arb sent the level because he opened requests like the day I got it out. And he saw it, and he was astounded by it, so much so he put it into the AIP private Discord, I believe, in which, like, 6 other mods, or... Yeah, I think 6 other mods saw it, and then Giggs saw it because Giggs is actually looking at Goodbye Summer from his request server. And he saw that one came out. I had 7 or 8 sends my first day with Polar Plunge. And I thought for sure it would get raided, but RobTop just skipped it. And it's still unrated. It's crazy. Crazy how life be sometimes. Alright, what's a random? What's the one we like? Music's also so chill, and that's just such a chill level. I imagine we won't get very many more of these. Well, unless you count Kid Smoke as chill, but I just count it as strange. Are we joking? That's frustrating. That really is frustrating. I should have beat this level like 15 attempts ago. How long is this level? Is it 3.5 minutes? I think it might be 3.5 minutes long. Which might be why it gets frustrating when I die that far. It's certainly longer than Meep Adventure. Yeah, I've certainly been unlucky. I have been an unlucky player on this. Yay, we're taking this route again. I'm nervous about that UFO. There have been a lot of untimely deaths there. You're joking. Ugh, I can feel myself getting angry. I have spent so long on this level. I did not expect stream to take this long on this level. And once again, I feel like I've just been getting unlucky. I was kind of hoping we could get 500 demons tonight, but I don't know if that's going to happen. It's crazy because I have like this all down to a science. It's just those ending sections that I just don't know how to do very well. That robot part is probably the biggest choke point in this level. I'm gonna be frankly honest. You know, this level reminds me a lot more of TMN Gaming, I think is what their name is. They made Why Me, Why Me, Why Me, Why Me, Why Me. There's a lot of like that, those techie parts that they love to do in their levels. I guess it's not really tech, it's a Fractal series, but I didn't jump on the last jump. This is okay, I'm gonna do a practice run. This is getting ridiculous. I need to get consistent at the ending there. Like, this is actually getting stupid. I have probably wasted 30 minutes on something that I could have handled in practice mode. Yeah, I know it's probably not that many attempts because the attempts feel longer because the level is longer, and I've only been dying in the last half of the level. Like, it's crazy how consistent this beginning came along. It's crazy how... Oh, well, that's a problem. Why did that happen? Excuse me? Okay, that's a little buggy, I guess. But it's like the beginning... I can do flawlessly pretty much every time, except for in practice mode, I guess. But and then it's just that ending robot part. I don't know why. I haven't had a lot of exposure to it, I guess. Oh, you do have to go up. So I've been doing it right the entire time. That's good to know. I thought I was being crazy. Well, at least we knew that. Learned something today. Alright, this is where I really want to lock it in. Okay. Yeah, okay, it's exactly as I remember it being. It's just a matter of remembering that. And then not choking at this ending rocket. I can imagine me choking there. So, it's just merely a matter of doing. Also, all that time we spent on this level was only 34 attempts. Fun fact. This is a long level. I did that really weirdly, but it works. Okay, we're in kind of the break period. I'm gonna reach out here real fast. Nerve control demon, yeah, I would say so. It leans into that. See, I designed Lonely Travel to be my nerve control, and it paid off a lot. I was able to fluke it quite severely. This, I've not had the luck of fluking. This almost feels as long as Lonely Travel, actually. Is this a 5-minute long level? Oh, you're supposed to go up there! I've been doing Route 1 wrong the entire time. You're joking. It's so much easier to go below. Okay. Cool. Now I want Route 2. Route 2 is better, actually. Route 2 is better. Not gonna lie, I'm getting pretty sick of this song. I'm not a huge fan of lo-fi in general. There's a very niche cases that I actually enjoy a lo-fi song. This is not one of those niche cases. Eesh. This might be the rest of stream, but the rate things have been going. Like, I know the level just fine, it's just a matter of, you know, pulling it off. You know what? I bet the reason is it's because I'm not yellow Scully. Green Scully's been screwing me over here. This is Green Scully's fault. I should be yellow Scully. In fact, I'm gonna change it to yellow Scully if I die on this attempt. Yeah, you hear that, Green Scully? If you die, you get eliminated. So don't die. Hey, we got Route 2. Alright, Green Scully seems to be afraid of dying now. Yeah, we're switching. I am up to 132 attempts. How long is this? I'm so curious. Okay, it's a little over 3 minutes long. It feels a lot longer than that. I'm not gonna lie. I uploaded the list of GD like just recently, Chaikin, and the completion will be in the live VOD. I'll probably at some point, I'm not practicing. At some point, I will like take the VODs and try to make a video out of this. Let's see if Yellow Scully has any more luck. Because really what it's come down to is I've just forgot to hit clicks. I don't know if that's a byproduct of the visuals or a byproduct of me just being exhausted. Or maybe I'm just being really unlucky. But yeah, it's probably the latter. Yeah, as you saw in practice mode, I did the entire ending flawlessly. Does look probably I'm getting sick of this beginning. Hey, got the coin. That's good luck if I've ever seen it. Wow, I scuffed that again. Fine. I'm not gonna lie, it feels longer than Lonely Travel to me. I think that's because I enjoy the song on Lonely Travel a lot more than I enjoy this song. That's so much easier to pull off, and I know that's not what you're supposed to do now. But I'm gonna do it every time. Okay, I need to not die in the UFO. All right, we did it. Wow, that took a while. Again, probably not the level's fault. I think I just got unlucky. I do like this level. I definitely think it might be a little overrated, but wow. I got really unlucky with that. Only 135 attempts though. I would still recommend this. It's an excellent level. I think it still deserved Epic. Okay. Got a little bit of time to introduce you to my favorite level in the game. Tribal Tribulation. You probably haven't heard of this level unless you heard it from me talking on the server. This level is fantastic and completely slept on from its time. Take a look. Hold on, I need to actually show you my demon number here. 499 demons. This is going to be the final demon before I get my 500 demon achievement. Fun fact, when this level got rated, it was placed on page 32 of the feature tab, I think. In fact, someone left a comment talking about it. Yeah, it was placed very far back. Okay, yeah, it was last place, 5th page. Page 32 was, I think, was actually around the lighthouse when I got raided. That level also got pretty robbed. But this level is fantastic for 2.0. Come on. Look how well the theme is done. I also think it's a perfect boss to the medium demon category. Ooh, this part's not clicking right. Gameplay's not agreeing with me right now. There we go. Yeah, practice mode kind of ruined that on the spot there. Hold into that. There's the level. Okay, so it's a matter of getting that down. There's some 2.0 jank in this. Additionally, practice mode doesn't service it very well. But when this was released, this was probably the best level in the game. Alright, did that free drop really well. Forget that there's an orb there. All right, I can do that. I can do that. That's fine, Shaken. 10 attempts it took me that time from 43, so it's a matter of putting the gameplay all together. But no, visually and from like an artistic vision standpoint, this is one of my favorite levels in the game. Artistically, this is like flawless. Although the gameplay is not its strongest, I will admit. Come on, what's going on? Okay. Just a matter of getting the timings down. Look at that, halfway through already. Wow. I was not expecting that. Wow. After spending like near 45 minutes on a level that I felt like I could have beaten in 15. That's insane progress on a level I thought that would take me till next stream. Okay, knew it was gonna happen. See, now I'm gonna have a pretty unlucky streak. And it's gonna try to get me frustrated. I need to recognize that. Cool. Okay, went too high with the rocket. Okay. I actually overjumped the bounce pad. Interesting. Didn't think that would happen. Okay. Okay. Ugh. It's just, there's so many awkward clicks. Like the one time I went to the middle, I actually nearly beat it. This beginning is just, the first part especially, is just really awkward. I keep hitting that blue orb way too soon. And I hit it a lot later than I've been hitting it. Dang. Just not having the luck. Dang, they reached the idol. Frick, I knew that would happen. That wave is probably the biggest choke point in the level. Then get to the top of the ball portal. I did it again. Like the auto transition isn't set up correctly. Did that again, okay. Silly Scully Hop. Maybe I should be green Scully Hop on this level. Okay. You gotta try to find balance in that UFO. I've not found it. Alright, got the idol again. Let's go. There we go! 500 demons! 10 out of 10. Love that level. Little janky, but that's fine. Notice how many attempts I have? That's because I have played this level a lot. Because I love it. Absolute peak level. I could not recommend it enough. With that, 500 demons. Medium demons are done. Our hard demons look like this, and let me tell you, things are going to really start stepping up. I have no idea what Illusion of Space is, but Vex is a pretty difficult timing level. It's also the hardest Neo 1.0 level rated in the game, so... Rabbit, I've heard, is pretty annoying timings. Badlands should be pretty fun, I imagine. The Furious is like a boss. So, hard demons, gonna make the stream a little bit more interesting when we get that started. But yeah, 500 demons. Yeah, I'm gonna make sure I save my account there. 500 demons. 500 demons. I've unlocked that bunny cube wherever it is. Where's that bunny cube? I really hate the way these icons are laid out. Where is that cube? I want to look at that cube. Where is that cube? Man, this is like the color guessing game all over again. Where is that bunny cube? There it is. I feel very proud to have this. Although I'm going to use the jumper tube still. But yeah. That is it for the stream tonight. So thank you to those who stayed all the way through. To those who are going to watch back, thank you for taking interest. 500 demons are done. We got our medium demons out of the way on the ladder. I think that's also our halfway point. So we are halfway done at the ladder now. Things are going to get significantly slower, though, with their hard and insane demons. But till the next stream, I will see y'all later. Thank you for joining. Goodbye.